Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Headed to the end zone. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
2 straight times they've been denied. Do they go to the ground again on 3rd and goal? Pushes toward the goal line. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
They're working that left side. No, sir, they strung it out enough. He tried to pick his way through, but just not enough running room, and the defense with a stand. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll immediately call timeout. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Number 1 objective here, no turnover. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Buckeyes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Fights off a defender. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Steamrolls his way ahead. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Randall. There he goes! Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that play?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second-level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, he gets north fast.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to barge their way in. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to slam in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Peoples. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Back to pass. It's Sayin. There's the pressure. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Moving past the 25. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're looking to throw on second and short. Makes the grab. It's Peoples.
The second down pass, complete to the back. Loses 3. Brings up third down.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40.
Here we go.
To the air. It's Sayed. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching.
The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Fires left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd route. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Takes a handoff. It's Haynes. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Now improvising. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the 1st down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This defense has stood tall on 3 straight plays. Got to wonder if this offense is willing to stay aggressive and go for it.
In offense nowadays, you should stay aggressive, right? Play the numbers game. Even if you do get stuffed, you got to go the length of the field. I'm going for it.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Clemson. They take the lead with the 6.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef, the goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Here's a heat. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Peoples. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big man has it, it's a 1st down and more. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw. Finding an escape route. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for room, it's Davidson. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Unleashes one deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-bucks against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down. He cannot get there. A fourth down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish.
And the offense goes for the knockout punch. They wanted to get the first down, run out this clock, take the dub. Now their defense is going to have to come out and step up big for them and make sure they don't give up any points.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Peoples. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Still looking on the move. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. The short hands, it's Peoples.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? That's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jeff.